who weren't able to make it right away. And again, I just want to say to everyone here, welcome to the call. Today we're going to talk a little bit about ASCIRA. As you can look and see, it says here with us, ASCIRA is the company for the people. And you know, so many people are looking at it. It's definitely a new company. It's definitely a new name. It's new and exciting. And here in our first slide, I just want to say to every one of you here, welcome, sincerely, welcome, welcome, welcome. And as we move forward, let's talk a little bit about what ASCIRA really is as we move in. So let me see here. There you go. So I'm sure many of you on the Zoom here right now have probably literally heard this before. You're in the right place. It's the right time. This is the right company. And you've probably been asked a lot of these same questions, like, have you ever dreamed of or wanted to work from home or the comfort of your home, right? All the cliche ones, right? So what I'm going to give you here today, I'm just going to be very upfront, open, and transparent. And some of you on here will probably won't believe your ears because I'm not the guy that sugarcoats anything. You're going to get 100% of the truth. And here's what I'm going to do also once we're finished. Something that's probably never done is I'm going to open up for Q&A and then give you an opportunity for those of you who are on here right now to really connect back with the person that invited you on today. So if you've been asked or seen a presentation or something like this before that asked you if you wanted to be able to work from home, if you wanted to be able to spend more time with your loved ones, receiving recognition for the things that you do and deserve, or businesses you've ever built, or becoming financially secure, financially free, right, and traveling the world. Obviously, the answer to those questions is an astounding yes. Or as my 18-year-old daughter would say, Dad, that's a duh, right? So as we move forward, what I'm going to share with you all here during the presentation today is simply this, what we're calling the opportunity for you to discover the new world. Because one of the things that's happening today in our economy, most of you know in society really, is we're going virtual, digital, and it's really a chance to see how we take the physical. And what you're going to get a chance to really discover is how we're going to bring the virtual, the digital, and the physical together, right? Very seamlessly. The vision of the company is very simply this, to go beyond $1 billion. And when I say go beyond $1 billion, it's not the cliche go beyond $1 billion as in income. It's go beyond $1 billion in people, in members, in folks that are on our platform. So let me just share with you really quick how we plan to actually do this in 3 phases and putting those together by, like I said before, taking the digital and bringing the physical and tying it all together. So going beyond $1 billion for us, giving ourselves a very long term to do it, is by the year 2030, so a decade from now. Not that far away when you think about how fast the world is moving. And we're going to do that in 3 simple phases, and I'm going to go a little more in depth in these phases, right, and how it's actually going to help you. So the first phase that we're going to do this in is what we call the global marketing team. For most of you, you'll understand and see this part. In the first end is basically building what's called an MLM structure or network marketing structure at first. So we're doing that starting here in the year 2020, which is now where we are. We just, as a company, officially did our, what some may call an unofficial official launch. We're actually going to open up to the rest of the world June of this year. So for the next 90 days, the next 3 months, or the next 87 days really, because 3 days ago we officially launched, we're going to be moving a lot within the first phase, and then phase 2, which is a social media platform in 2021 next year, we're going to be introducing you all to ASCIRA Social, which is going to be very much like most of the social media platforms you're familiar with, aka Facebook, which is the most popular one. You'll see why this is very, very important really soon. And then phase 3 is e-commerce, aka our online shopping mall. So if you look at the years, basically, we're going to build an amazing distribution force or a global sales team into our platform and then utilize the platform in 2023, which is years from now. So for the next 3 years, building in, and oh, by the way, we're going to pay you to do that also, which is very, very simple. So you know what, let me do this. Before I even go into the information, some of you are probably wondering, so let me just do this now and introduce you, tell you a little bit about myself. I was just setting this up for someone else. So let me give you a little Dun & Bradstreet or background on me and who I am. So my name is Dr. Obom Bowen, and I'm that really cool looking guy there, according to my wife. This is a little bit on me, so let me just summarize it real quick on my bio. As you can see here, I'm scholastically trained as MD, MBA, PhD, right? And a doctorate of divinity. I've been seen on television and news and all these other crazy things. So I'm not your typical, what you may call a typical MLM person. I've written 3 internationally well-sounded best-selling books that sold close to 260,000 copies. So I'm not just speaking from theory. I know exactly what I'm doing. I've also been appointed as a World Civilian Ambassador by the United Nations for building my own businesses and conferences and things, as you can see here. That beautiful young lady that you see with a wonderful smile on her face, with the long curly hair, that's my wife, and my beautiful daughter, Miracle. That was at one of my events earlier this year. And what I do is basically who I wish to serve in the world, in the private sector, the public sector, in education. My information has changed the world. And you might ask yourself, why am I actually even here and sharing this opportunity with you today? And the reason for that is it's actually very simple. I wanted to be able to come and share with you with some of you who actually might say, you know what, I don't think this is for me. I want to get, if you are a business person, you're a business owner, I want you to look at this with a business lens and understand a very simple fact. Right now, the top 5 industries in the world are what you're looking at on your screens right now. And that's in, number 1 is the social media advertising, which is a $55 billion a year industry. So Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and all the other social media platforms fall into that industry. And that's a 55, with a B, ladies and gentlemen, $billion a year alone. And then the second is in the network marketing space or the MLM space, direct selling space, $190 billion, which is pretty much double that. So here's what this really says. Social media marketing and advertising is working very well. But in the network marketing space, it actually more than doubles that. What that means is, as you sit there on Facebook, right, and tell a story, but people see it and read. But what works better is when someone else tells you about the opportunity. That's really what that's saying. And the third is leadership training or personal development, which is a $366 billion space. I'm gonna pause there for a second, because one of the other ways we look at this space is we call it personal development, right? So, and you've seen this with other opportunities too, when they tell you about the biggest markets and trends that's out there. And then travel. Who doesn't like to travel? Well, the whole world does. That's why that jumped from billions to trillions, $8.8 trillion in the travel industry. And then in e-commerce, which is like some of the really big platforms right now, obviously from social media, where you have an e-commerce run from Amazon and several other key sources. But you know, the top big ones, the largest one right now is Amazon or Alibaba, right? So $29 trillion a year alone in that space. And typically what happens with this part of a presentation is everyone shares with you those different industries, and then they come back, especially in the network marketing space, to the network marketing industry. Well, here's a question I want to slow down for you as a business owner to really take a gander on. All those industries are amazing. And every network marketing company out there that's doing amazing things with their services and their products, they stay in that space. What if there was a company that can tie all 5 of the major industries together and make it happen for you, where you can actually profit from the money you're spending every day anyways? Well, welcome to ASCIRA, ladies and gentlemen. Here's our founder and CEO, John. And just let me tell you a little bit about this individual. Obviously, he is the visionary behind being able to tie all this in together. But just listen a little bit to what he says. You can see it there on your screen, but reading it just reemphasizes the point even more. I want you to really take a gander at what he says here. We focus to simplify people's everyday life by helping them discover and learn new ways how to reshape their life in ways they never dreamed of. Obviously, that's an outside statement, meaning that he's looking more to serve people, but ASCIRA is created to provide the solution to the #1 need most people have around the world. And what is that? The need to increase their income to live a better life. Let's even walk that backwards for a little bit. Everyone wants to live a better life, but in order to live a better life, you need income to do it. So look at these 5 industries again and see how we're putting it together. In fact, here's something you've never seen in a presentation. Let me go back to what I was sharing here. Phase 1, we're going to build a marketing team, yes, with the industry that is building the fastest right now, and that's in the marketing space. Then, as you see in the second phase, we're going to build a social media platform, and we're going to pay you to actually build a social media platform. Facebook isn't doing that, and no one else is doing that. Then our main product on the platform is going to be that leadership training, which is in personal development. So we're already tackling all 3 of those industries. We're going to give you a travel portal that's tied into there for free, just being part of us in the journey. That's going to launch with us officially in June. And then in our third phase, we're going to introduce you to e-commerce where you can profit from it. This is where we like to say and share with you that what we're doing with that information is helping you to understand that it's not just knowledge, which knowledge, most people say knowledge is power, and it's not. Applied knowledge is powerful, and with that powerful knowledge, you can really focus on your purpose. That's why we say knowledge with purpose. We turn the knowledge into profits, and profits is a very good thing. When you're not just working for a living or wages, you're working to be profitable. That is the only difference between some of the very successful businesses in the world, is that they are working for a profit. And you're going to get on-demand videos 24/7, which is very diversified in the content. And here's the thing, from the best professionals, authors, and successful leaders in the world. That's going to give you access to our ASCIRA Academy, which will become the top online education platform, bar none. And here are the areas in space that we're going to be in. And I know I'm probably moving a little fast. And here's why, because I'm so absolutely excited about this opportunity to share with you, because some of the topics we're going to be covering, as I said before, leadership and branding, personal development, health and wellness, travel and lifestyle, how to help you with smart money. All of them are going to be in different language and much more, but the beauty and fashion industry also. So as I go, let me give you a little bit of my backstory, because my wife and I actually love to travel. And to date, currently, the reason why I'm taking this opportunity, for those of you who are busy, is because I really don't need another opportunity. And what I've learned in business is this, like from one of the most successful individuals most of us know that owns Virgin Atlantic, so Richard Branson himself says, when someone gives you an opportunity, say yes and then figure out how to do it. So where I am currently with my business is, I have 8 very successful businesses. Well, 7 of them has been extremely successful, and one that recently started 6 months ago, and that's the OB Mastermind. I was done with anything else, but here's why I chose to do it. Because my information and my business, my platform, I believe is the best in the world. And what ASCIRA gives me is the opportunity to actually market and brand my information to the world at a faster, larger pace, speed, and time that I would have done it myself without having even to use social media ads any longer. And that gives me the ability to start traveling the world more. But when I'm going to travel and build my business anyways, why not learn to save up to 70% when I do it, right? 70% of the travel, of doing the things I was going to do anyways. So for one, any of you who actually know my wife or I, we constantly are traveling. Now, if I can save up to 70% of my travel, whether that's hotels, airlines, car rentals, cruises, extra, whatever, I'm going to do it. And if I can get to do some of it for free, well, again, sign me up. You get a chance to discover all those new experiences. Here's something that's really interesting. So some of the ASCIRA products, one of them that we're actually going to be bringing to the world is this. The second most consumed product in the world, which is coffee, and that's only next to water, but there's water in coffee. But there's my dry joke for today. But anyways, understand that ASCIRA coffee is just that, coffee. It's not a fancy coffee. No one dived down to the bottom of the ocean to find a magic bean and give it to you to change all these things in your life. We know about 2/3 of the world drink coffee. Here's the deal. I don't even drink coffee, but my wife does. My CEO does. Everyone else in my house does, and I don't. I'm the anomaly, I guess. I like water, but I like tea. So it's just coffee, nothing fancy. But since 2/3 of the world, well, actually more than 2/3 of the world drink it, Wouldn't you? Here's the difference between our coffee and everyone else's coffee. It's not fancy. You just get the profit from the coffee you drink rather than the one you just buy. I'm gonna let that sink in for a second. Okay, next slide. Now, some of you might be laughing and say, like, this guy has lost his mind. And again, this is not one of those presentations where I'm just here to sell you hype. I'm just listing facts. So on the platform with ASCIRA and the business opportunity, I'm just going to jump into letting you know that we get paid 9 different ways, and that's 80% that is paid out. Let me say this way so you actually get it, especially for those of you who've been in the network marketing industry before and understand this is not 80% of commissionable revenue. This is literally 80 cents on the dollar, and I'm going to break that down for you. And these are the ways that we actually pay out. Obviously, from retail sales to direct sponsor bonus, personal team building, if you choose to get started with us and build a team, or I would say just get started with us, learn, develop yourself, get access to free travel, and if you want to, you can sell retail here or there. The ability to place and anyone who is utilizing our platform on a monthly basis, you get paid from that too, matching bonuses, rank advancement bonuses, and my favorite, lifestyle bonuses, and the diamond pool, which is very, very, very lucrative. But let me break it all down for you and slow down here for a second, because I know, well, I grew up in New York, so we speak very fast in New York, but I'm not gonna bring out the New York accent on you right now. Anyways, you get a chance and an opportunity to earn in retail sales. That's the first way. Up to 20% is paid out for retail. That's where you get a chance to share our products, the opportunity, and several success stories, which, I'll leave that alone. Use the power of social media to send videos and connect with friends and family and follow up with others. That's the retail side of it. Notice I'm not going into too much here. Why? Because, like I said, this is not one of those presentations where we try to sell you fluff. This is where we're actually sharing facts and what's happening and what we're doing and how it's going to help you build not only just yourself and a business together, but give you the confidence to know that what we're doing is literally going to change the industry started 3 days ago. You get a chance when you decide to say you want to build a team with us. You get the opportunity to earn not just daily, but earn a commission on everything that you do or everyone that you personally introduce to the opportunity, whether it's new marketing associates based on either the different pack that they brought in or the products that they purchased to start their ASCIRA business. And you get a chance to start sharing it with people and grow your own personal team. And here's the key to this. There's no limit on how many new marketing associates you can actually enroll. So keep going and build for those who are very ambitious. You get a chance to build teams here. And when you're building your own team, it's a chance to build in a very simple structure with 3 individuals, you and them, and you build continuously. As you continue to build, our system helps reward you with that up to 35% of what your organization builds in. So if you've been adding in the percentages, you'll get to see what falls into the 20, the 10. It all adds up to 80 cents on the dollar in the way that we do it. And this commission is generated from the purchases of any of the product packs available in your personal organization from the team that you started building. And you get a chance to earn commissions from all your personal enrolled ASCIRA member packages or your customers and theirs as well, because you're building a team. For example, if you got started and introduced me to the opportunity, and as you can see, I'm a very excited individual who builds faster and better than you. And look, there's going to be individuals who start this business, and here's what happens. Everyone is excited, but life hits you, and you can't really do anything for 3 months. And maybe you introduce 1 or 2 individuals who go out there and they do pretty well. But what if you just introduce 3 people who got started and life hit you and you can't do too much and they're building a big team, you get paid for the benefit of that while you're dealing with life. I love that ability to be able to be paid from leveraged work and information. All my companies right now, except for 1, I leverage where you don't see me doing much of anything else and I'm still getting paid. This is why I'm really focused on building a business with ASCIRA, because it actually gives me the ability to promote what I do primarily and help me build my brand. So as you're looking at this, if any of you on this Zoom right now, if you're an author, speaker, a coach, or a trainer, and you've been looking for a way to get your message out to a larger audience, essentially what ASCIRA is doing is we give you that opportunity to partner with us, get your course and information recorded, put it on our platform. Obviously, it's all done very professionally. and have our sales force market and build your brand globally. You get a chance to experience the benefits of residual income, and you can earn up to 35% from just a monthly subscription program of folks looking at your information and other information like yours, other professionals. Mine is on there, and there's going to be, I'm not even going to name drop anyone right now, but there's several one of the most inspirational individuals in the world will be on there very, very soon. I'm going to slow down here for a second to share with you that you can earn up to 50% of what we call directly sponsored ASCIRA product packages and earn those commissions on retail sale, all new business packs that are purchased from all the monthly subscriptions up to 3 generations in your organization for sales. For those of you who've been in the industry, you can understand how powerful that is. 3 generations can still go as deep as ever. It's just on the 3rd generation of individuals you sponsor. So you're looking at where it says their associate, premium, superior, and ultimate. Those are different packs. So depending on the pack you invest in or the folks in your organization invest in, it's how much you get paid. So on the ultimate pack, you're looking at the first generation, 30%, the second 10, and the third 10. If you add that up, it's 50%, and then you can see working back how that really goes. So not going into too much of that to make it complicated for you. Here's the rank advancement structure with the different bonuses. In our program, every position that you hit, there's not just, in a sense, in the traditional world where you get a pay raise, you get the pay raise and you get a bonus at every position. And there's over $2 million in bonuses. Now for you, whether you hit that in 1 week, 1 year, 1 month, you're gonna get it all accumulatively. We're not that company that says, well, you hit it all once, you get 1 bonus. You hit it all, you get it all, right? So the lifestyle bonus helps you once you achieve the different ranks and positions, you earn the money so that you can actually get the lifestyle. And we're not going to give it to you specifically to say, you know what, here's this for a car. It's whatever you want to do. So you can imagine earning a lifestyle bonus every month and use that for a new car or an exotic vacation. You can move into a new home or just go shopping. I didn't even really want to say that when my wife in earshot. I'm glad she just left because she's probably going to be doing more shopping than she needs to. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Well, here's the thing. I'm also, for those of you who don't know me, I like to have fun. So please don't be on here thinking I'm just this dry face. If it's funny, laugh. Anyways, so here's what you do. Become one of their key positions, getting to the higher levels, what's called diamond. We opened up just a specific pool. So let me back up here to show you what that looks like. See here in the diamond pool, this is what it's talking about in the center. So when you get over here into the diamond pool, there's a certain amount of income, 3% of everything that comes in goes into that pool. And everyone that is a diamond, that 3% of the company's total revenue gets shared worldwide amounts of diamonds. So it's very important to get to a diamond, right? You heard the song, shine bright like a diamond, and we want to pay you like one too. All right, so when you start to perform very well with our peak performance rewards, we're going to have a lot of regional leadership retreats. We're going to have our Diamond Summit retreat, and we're going to have the $1 Million Club retreats. So the regional leadership retreat is the next one is happening when we do our official launch in June of this year. We're going to have one in Dubai. Yes, for those of you who love the Emirates, we're going to be in Dubai. We're going to be in Thailand. It's a global business, and we're helping you go global. And of course, when you do it, you can do it with up to 70% off of travel. So what we have and what we're offering here today is simply this. You have the opportunity with 2 packs. These are our pre-launch packs. Once we open up, in this first pre-launch pack, there's over $1,700 of value in this first pack for only $499. Let's just round up and call it $500 until June 4th when we officially launch the rest of the world. And what you get is a chance to activate our 3 marketing centers, 3 months of the ASCIRA Academy, 3 months of smart travel, and 1 convention ticket built into that. Now, for those of you who have been in the industry before, I don't have to explain that to you. You know the value of that. Here's what I'll just touch on. Every company in the industry, none of them, when they start, ever offered a convention ticket in their packs. Okay, I let that sink in long enough. That alone is worth the value. 3 months of our product, 3 months of building, and 3 months to the academy. In our pre-launch, what we call Founders Club, now some of you may just cringe at this price, but this pack is for the visionaries. let me share why this is here. There's only 1,000 of these that we're offering, and it's probably almost gone already within the last 4 days. Within the last 4 days, let me just be open and honest and transparent with you. The very first 12 hours of launching the other day, we actually broke the system because there were so many individuals that wanted to get started. And some companies won't tell you that, but like I said, I'm not here to fluff you. I'm here to give you the facts. We pretty much broke the system, and right now we're accepting Bitcoin to get paid. Right now, the system that got broke was the credit card portal because too many people were planning to get started. Let me tell you something with a new company. That has never happened before. Those of you in North America right now hearing this for the first time, this is why. Our predominant launch and focus area of concentration is Asia, India, the Emirates, and Europe. If you're hearing it now, this is one of those, just like the beginning, I didn't mean to sound cliche, this is also a lifetime recognition position. But you get a chance to activate all 3 centers. You get a Founders Club pin, you'll always be recognized. There's so much more coming. You get highlight on our corporate Facebook page, priority access to all the company's events. Let me take a second here. What you're doing is you're buying a lifetime convention ticket. That's what that is. Lifetime pass, never have to register again, priority access and customer service, an invitation to our rank qualified training events. What does that mean? It doesn't matter the position. For all the highest positions in the company, the founders will always be able to attend all of those. You'll also get 4 VIP convention tickets, 12 months to the ASCIRA Academy, and 12 months to Smart Travel. Just that alone, ladies and gentlemen, you obviously know it's more in value than what we're charging up front. And like I said, this is not something, oh, let me think about it for too long, because frankly, it's probably all going to be gone in the next 10 days or so. So that's the Founders Pack. And now is the perfect time to be part of the ASCIRA global family, to go beyond the billion with us. And as I said, I'm not here to fluff. What I am going to do at this point is stop the recording and do a question and answer for those of you who might be curious, that want to know more. But before I close out and do that, I just want to say this. Thanks to each and every one of you that made it on the call here, the Zoom today, and give you an opportunity to ask a few questions and then answer those for you. But I know I went through the information very fast, and what I'm going to do is open up now so that you can get your questions answered. And here again, I am the crazy bald guy behind the video today. I just want to open up the floor. If there's any questions that anyone has so I can answer that for you, please definitely raise your hand or comment right now so I can get those answered.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you said that the comp plan, you can get up to 30%, 9 different ways on the comp. Can you go over the comp plan again?
Okay, so overall, here's what I want you to understand, and let's go back through this so you can see it.
Mm-hmm.
Overall, the compensation plan pays up to 80% total, right?
Uh-huh.
So let's go through that. And that's a great question, by the way. So I want you to look. She's laughing. I like humor. Humor is my favorite thing. You see, up to 80%, yes?
Yeah. That's the part. Like, I don't quite understand, like.
Okay, so from that,
exactly.
in retail sales, we pay 20% for retail sales. So 20 cents on the dollar is from retail sales. Are you tracking?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Now, 15% is from direct sponsoring. Tracking?
Yes. So when you say direct sponsor, so for example, if I bring someone in at the $4.99 level, 15% of that is mine?
You're exactly correct. What an intelligent woman. And 35% on building your personal team. So let's start adding for a second. 20%, 15%, 35%. What's the total?
65.
20%, 15, 35, and 35, 70%.
70%. So the other 10% that's left, see, all this falls under the 35%. Are you seeing this?
Oh, wow. Okay.
And the last where you see it, 10% right here on the associate packs, on the basic pack, 10%, but you can get paid up to 50% just on the matching bonuses alone, meaning when someone buys a particular pack, whether it's an associate pack, which is the lowest pack, to the ultimate pack, which is our highest pack, you get up to 50% of that commission. And then just for the bonus pool, remember there was that last 10% left. There's 3% from there that goes back into the diamond pool for all those wonderful folks who have achieved the diamond positions. Make sense?
Yes.
Sorry, can I just jump in there for 1 second and ask a quick question?
A second, it'll be more than a second.
1 second and it's done. So you're saying 50% off of the different packages. Is that residual or is that upfront?
No, that's for the pack, because that pack is one time, right?
Right. Okay. So it's one time. Gotcha.
Yeah, that all depends on the pack that the person purchases. The residual comes from our monthly subscription. So what I didn't mention, which I probably should have, and I'm glad you asked that question, so thank you for that. That was Stephanie, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so so for example, let's just look at it here while we're on the screen. So as you see here, we have the Pro Pack, which is $4.99 right now. And this is for the 3 months. There's nothing else up until we launch. And the subscription at the bottom, as you see here, begins June 1st. So that's $99 a month is the subscription to our platform. That's what builds the residual side of our business. And what folks are doing, depending on the side of the pack they purchase, in advance, our packs are based on whether they just want to get started and pay month to month, they want to do it 3 months at a time, 5 months, 6 months, or a year, they have the ability to do that. And then build a residual business after that. And because our business side is one side and the subscription side is a whole other side. Meaning if someone just wants to subscribe to our platform, they subscribe for $99 a month.
Okay, gotcha.
Great question, by the way. Was there any other questions?
I have 2 questions.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, the first question is there an age limit on the associates that you can bring in? They have to be adults, or can you build this for like your kids also, with your kids rather?
Yeah, standard right now, I'm going to say 18, but that was Tracy. Since I know you, message me and we'll find. I'm actually going to double check and find out if we can build for a younger generation, which me personally, I would hope so. And obviously, I'm glad you asked that question. I didn't even think about it for my own almost 2-year-old daughter. So if the answer from the company is yes, then I'm building one for my daughter too. So thank you for asking that question.
Sure. And then the other question is, just wanted to know some of the particulars around how the training academy works if we're putting our material in the training academy.
Well, the 3 things about the training academy. It's not just anyone putting their information in the academy. What we're doing, as I said in the presentation, we're bringing the best. So for some individuals who know they're the best, or some of them who are still working to be the best, may need to practice and rehearse. But the bottom line is getting it there. And what's happening right now is our company, we have 2 major locations or 2 major studios that we're having folks fly into to do the taping and recordings. The company will also be building several around the world. And in the meanwhile, one of my charges is actually putting a 3 or 4 day event together to where we're going to just connect with a lot of the content developers, get all the information shot, edited, and done in 6HK, which is the highest quality right now, send back to our corporate company doing all the editing and everything else to go on the platform. And everyone that we have on there right now are some of the best in the world. And those of you who believe and know that you are, we want to get you out there too.
Mhm. Okay.
Great question, by the way. Anyone else? Don't be shy. Okay, so if there's no other questions, I'm going to end the recording.